The Young and the Restless, Spoilers. Phyllis had always been sharp, never one to miss the details, and lately, her instincts had been telling her that something about Heather's death wasn't right. The pieces just didn't fit. After carefully reviewing Heather's phone, she came across a shocking, unsent message addressed to Paul. It claimed that Daniel had brutally beaten Heather, yet Phyllis knew this couldn't be true. Heather's body had shown no signs of physical trauma, no bruises, no evidence to support the horrific allegations in that unsent text. The message felt wrong, contrived even, and it only added to Phyllis's growing suspicion that someone else was behind it all. Sitting down with Lucy, Phyllis shared her discovery. She knew Lucy had been devastated by Heather's death and the way suspicion had fallen on Daniel. Now, with the weight of these newfound clues, Phyllis was certain they had a chance to clear Daniel's name, but they needed more. Solid, undeniable evidence. "Lucy," Phyllis said softly, but with determination in her voice, "we need to find out the truth, and I think Sharon might be involved in ways we didn't see before." Lucy, still grieving for her mother, had a close relationship with Faith Newman, Sharon's daughter. It was that friendship that Phyllis saw as their way in. Phyllis had always been willing to push the limits when it came to protecting her family, and this situation was no different. She proposed a plan, one that would take Lucy into dangerous territory, but might just give them the breakthrough they needed. "Faith trusts you," Phyllis said, "and you have access to Sharon's house. I need you to search Sharon's room while Faith is distracted. We need to find something, anything, that proves Sharon's involvement." Lucy hesitated. The thought of sneaking into Sharon's private space filled her with dread. Sharon had always been kind to her, even after Heather's death, and Faith was one of her best friends. But the thought of her father being wrongfully imprisoned, taking the fall for something he didn't do, was unbearable. Lucy steeled herself and agreed. A few days later, the opportunity presented itself. Faith had invited Lucy over for a casual afternoon, as they often did. The plan went smoothly at first. Faith was preoccupied, giving Lucy the opening she needed. While Faith innocently spent time in another room, Lucy quietly slipped into Sharon's bedroom. The air in the room felt thick with secrets. Lucy's heart raced as she searched through drawers, cabinets, and files, desperate for any shred of evidence that could help. She was about to give up when her gaze fell on Sharon's laptop, slightly ajar on the desk. With trembling hands, Lucy opened it and started navigating through the folders. What she found made her blood run cold. Buried deep within the system were files, videos, and documents that revealed everything. Sharon had kept a detailed digital journal, documenting her every move leading up to and following Heather's death. There, in chilling clarity, was a video of Sharon hiding Heather's body, recorded like some kind of twisted trophy. Sharon had saved the moment, clearly finding some dark sense of fascination in the act. The video was undeniable proof. Sharon was the one responsible for Heather's death. Lucy's hands shook as she hurriedly copied the files onto the USB drive she had brought with her. This was it, the evidence Phyllis needed, the evidence that would finally clear Daniel's name. But as the progress bar on the screen slowly inched toward completion, a door creaked open behind her. Lucy's heart nearly stopped as she turned to see Sharon standing in the doorway, her face a mixture of shock and fury. She had caught Lucy red-handed. For a moment, neither of them spoke. The silence was suffocating, the tension unbearable. "What are you doing?" Sharon's voice was low, dangerously calm, though her eyes burned with an intensity that made Lucy freeze in place. Lucy stammered, her mind racing for an explanation, but she knew there was no point in lying. Sharon had seen everything, the open laptop, the USB drive. There was no denying what she had been doing. Sharon's expression darkened, her calm demeanor slipping as the realization of what Lucy had discovered set in. She stepped further into the room, closing the door behind her. Lucy's heart pounded in her chest as she backed up against the desk, trying to put some distance between herself and the increasingly menacing figure in front of her. "You've seen too much," Sharon said quietly, but there was a dangerous edge to her voice now. "You shouldn't have been snooping around in my things, Lucy. This isn't something you were supposed to find." Lucy's mind was a whirlwind of fear. She had the evidence, yes? But what now? Sharon wasn't just angry. She looked cornered, unpredictable. Lucy had never seen this side of her before. She had always thought of Sharon as gentle, but the woman standing before her now was anything but. "What are you going to do?" Lucy asked, her voice barely a whisper. Sharon took a step closer, her eyes never leaving Lucy's. "I can't let you leave with that," she said, nodding toward the USB drive still in the laptop. For the first time, Lucy truly felt the weight of the danger she was in. Sharon had killed her mother. What was stopping her from hurting Lucy now, especially with everything on the line? Lucy's heart pounded in her chest as she weighed her options. She couldn't let Sharon get away with this. Not again. Not after what she had done to Heather. Suddenly, as if sensing the shift in the room, Lucy darted for the door. But Sharon was faster. In an instant, she grabbed Lucy by the arm